Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I am on a financial freedom journey with my family. I share all about that and more on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about our February net worth and goals update. I am filming this a little bit late. I am filming this on the 12th, so this is the day that I'm posting this, so I apologize if it's late. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get it up at my normal time, but if you've been following me, I have had a really busy last week at work. It's been crazy. And I did not have time to film this in my normal time slot. So I am filming it a little late. I am coming to you like almost live. This is filmed on the day that I'm posting it, which I normally don't do. I normally am on a little bit of a delay. So thanks for hanging in there with me, you guys. I know I missed my Debt-Free Friday from last week and I hate doing that, but it was just a crazy week and I just needed a little bit of a break. So I'm back. Let's talk about our February goals and net worth. If you guys watched my January goals video, I did preview February a little bit because we did have a tax refund that we got in February, a little, not a huge tax refund, but like a small-ish tax refund, which was great. I did already talk about that in the January net worth and goals. So let's go ahead and get started. So first financial goal that we've been working on in 2024 is our basement remodel fund. So we are going to be finishing this in March, but we were able to put $1,900 towards this goal in February. That brings our total for the year for January and February to $3,600. Our original goal was $10,000. We will probably not need all of that. So we're probably going to be closer to like $9,000 to $9,500 instead. And I will adjust that down once I finish our March. Once we're through March and know exactly what we have put towards that, I will adjust this goal down. So our remaining is about $6,400 and we are 36% of the way to that goal. Again, I did talk about these two items in my January video, but if you did not watch that, we did get about a $1,300 tax refund this year, which we were not really expecting, but was a really happy surprise. So I love getting tax refunds. I know that's very controversial. Don't at me in the comments, okay? I know that it's not good, quote unquote, to get a tax refund, but I personally enjoy a tax refund. And so we did end up putting that towards $1,000 towards my husband's Roth IRA and $300 towards our kids' college savings. Those are two goals that we had on our goals list anyway, and I just wanted to do something different with it. I didn't want to put it towards our basement remodel fund because we were already putting all of our money towards that, and I was just like, I want to do something different. So that's kind of the reasoning behind that. So we are $1,000 into our $7,000 goal on my husband's Roth IRA, and that leaves us with a remaining of $6,000. So starting in April, we will be working on my husband's Roth IRA. That's like our next goal. Then we'll work on mine. Then we'll work on our emergency fund. And then we will finish the year off with our college savings for our kids. I very intentionally laid this out this way. Our college savings for our kids is something that's very important to me. But at the end of the day, it was the least important to me out of all of these goals. So that is that, and that's why we kind of decided to focus on that one last. And also, if we can put more towards that goal, that would be awesome. If we can't reach it, it's totally fine. So it's kind of one of those goals that's like really flexible on the amount, whereas like the Roth IRA, that is only $7,000. We can't put more towards that. So that was kind of partially the reasoning as well. And the emergency fund, while it's not the most critical thing, I do really want to have an extra $5,000 in there. I don't know that I've talked about this a ton, but I did talk about it in my goals video. We are bumping up our emergency fund from $20,000 to $25,000, just with like inflation and I don't know, just the economic times. I felt like it was important to raise our emergency fund a little bit. So that is on the docket for the next few months. So total for the year, we've put $4,900 towards our goals. Our overall goal is about $34,000. Again, that'll probably drop a little bit once we adjust this goal down. And remaining, we have about $29,000 left, and we're about 14% of the way to our goals for the year, which is very exciting. Let's go ahead and talk about our net worth. So home value, I did talk about this and I have talked about this in past videos, but we are slowly increasing our home value. Basically, like, we live in a new build subdivision and it's been really difficult for me to determine the value of our home. But as our subdivision grows and grows and grows, I feel like we're getting a better idea and we're just getting more comparables, right? Because like when we first built our house, we were one of the first homes in this neighborhood. We were probably within the first like 10 families to move in. And so it was really hard in the beginning to know, like, this is what we paid for the house, but what is it really worth? Like, is it worth more? Is it worth less? Like, we didn't know. So again, as we've been here for now, going on 2 years in August, we're kind of just getting a better idea, which is nice. So we did bump this up by another $5,000. I believe we'll land probably around $545 to $550-ish. We are also working on our basement remodel, so that is adding value to our home as well. And we are spending a lot of money on that. So it's something that we need to consider when we are considering our home value, that we are putting equity in our home by doing remodeling. So yeah, that's where we're at right now, $530. I will probably be raising this again for the next few months, and I will let you guys know where we land. Obviously, I'll talk a little bit more about that in detail every single month. And I also did want to mention, I am using Zillow as like a baseline, but I'm also actually looking at the data from the sales in our neighborhood as well and kind of making my own figure. I feel like that's probably more accurate. So $530 is our home value for now. And then our HSA, we do have a health savings account. We have $8,900 in there right now. So I've talked about this a lot in past videos, so you guys probably already are aware of like how we use this account. We have about like a little more than half of it invested, and the other less than half of it is in cash. So we do use this, and I will be using it. Actually, I had a urgent care visit for myself a few weeks ago, which was not fun. Everything ended up being fine. I was just being very cautious and went to the urgent care, had some tests done, and I know that the bill's coming. So I'm kind of just waiting for the bill to come, and we will pay that. So this will probably drop down again, because we are going to have some like decent medical bills. That's the risk that you take when you have a high deductible plan. I love the high deductible plan. I'm a advocate for it if you have an option to it and you don't typically have a lot of medical bills. I think it's a great plan option for a lot of people, but the risk that you take is that when you go to the doctor or when you have testing done, you're going to pay a decent amount for it out of pocket. So that's not always fun, but we have this money here for that reason. So it's nice to not feel like the stress of, I didn't feel like I couldn't go, basically. Like, and I felt like in the past, like before we had savings for medical, I would always feel like I shouldn't go to the doctor because I can't afford it. I don't want to have to put money towards it, etc. So I would highly recommend having some form, even if you can't do an HSA and an FSA or any sort of form of savings for medical, because it really just takes the stress off of like feeling like you shouldn't go or can't go to the doctor. So $8,900 is where we're at now. Again, I am anticipating this will probably go down because I know that we're going to have a decent amount of medical bills coming up soon. So I always run these numbers as of the last day of the month, and the stock market was looking pretty good this month. We had a decent increase here, so that was really exciting. So retirement and savings, this is both my husband and I's 401ks, both of our Roth IRAs, all of our savings, sinking funds, emergency fund, the balance of our checking account, literally everything that we have, basically. I just roll it all into one because I feel like it's easier and also gives us a little bit of like privacy with different accounts. Like I don't want to put out there like exact numbers, obviously for privacy reasons, but it's also just easier to have it in one. So $274,200 was our retirement and savings, which was a really good increase for this month. And car value, $20,000. That's just what we're leaving it at for now. That brings our total assets to $833,100 for the month of February. And our only liability is our mortgage. So that was $358,100. We're just paying our normal mortgage payment right now. We're not paying anything extra. So that is our mortgage amount. So let's go ahead and scroll down here to our net worth by month. So as you can see, we were at exactly $475. Really cool that we were like at this really good round number. Super exciting. We had an increase of $12,600, which was really close to last month's increase, which is exciting. And $475, we're so close to $500. I'm so excited. I feel like we might be able to hit it in April. I don't know, maybe May. But let's go ahead and scroll down here to look at our milestone tracking. So also I did want to mention for the year, we are up 24,800, which is absolutely amazing. I think we were up around 70,000 last year total. So I feel like we're on a really good pace this year to hopefully be up more than we were last year, which is great. And milestone tracking. So we are tracking towards this 500,000 milestone. And again, we did hit our last milestone in May of 2023. So I would love to hit this by May of 2024 because it seems like we're really like consistently like 9 to 12 months between our $100,000 increments, which is like insane to me, but super exciting. So yeah, hoping that we hit this 500,000 in May or maybe June. I'm not sure. I don't know. I can't see the future, but that's really exciting. So I'm super pumped about that. Let me know in the comments down below. What is the net worth milestone that you're looking forward to? What's your next milestone? Is it 0? Is it 100? I will never forget hitting our $100,000 net worth. It was so exciting because we had been under 100 for like years and years and years and years. We were negative at one point. And yeah, it was just so exciting to hit that 100,000 mark. And then I feel like everything just accelerated really fast after that. So let me know in the comments down below what you are working towards right now. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye guys.